time to make space boring for Wednesday, November 27th, 2019. I'm Jason Canigan, the founder of Cold Start Technologies. We are on a mission to make space boring at Cold Start Tech, and that means user adoption. That is the name of the game, getting folks to go to space jobs and use space-based products and services like they do terrestrial Wi-Fi and public transit today. All right, so what am I studying? Who did I meet in the space field? Yesterday, I interviewed Dr. Pauline Farr. She's at Cal Poly as a professor in their aerospace program there and also an advisor at their CubeSat lab, which is very cool. It's got like 100 plus students in it. So a lot going on there. Very good interview about what students are experiencing and what kind of experiences she's had as a teacher. She's from France and traveled around all over the place, taught in Japan, come to the United States, taught here, and a couple other places. I connected with Frank Salzgerber, who's at the European Space Agency. He's a senior executive there in charge of things like startups and innovation, technology transfers and that, so it'll be really cool to have him on the show and talk to us about what's happening in that area. Aaron Miller, who's the Vice President of Ops for, this is a mouthful, I got to read this, Space Information and Analysis Center at the National Cybersecurity Center. So this thing was a big deal when it came out, and it probably still is. You know, there's a number of news articles about it. Kratos was their founding partner. And so I'm interested in having her on and finding out, hey, what's going on here? How do you guys organize and share and collect even this information about small sats and other resident space objects? So that'll be really cool. So today's episode came out a little bit later in the day than I normally like it to, and that is because Wednesdays and Thursdays are deep work days for me. If you have not run into that term before, I suggest a couple things. One, you go look up Cal Newport's book, Deep Work. Brian Johnson on YouTube did two excellent videos. One was a summary of the book, and the other is an interview with the author. And the other thing I would recommend is going and finding Paul Graham's Maker's Schedule, Manager's Schedule blog post from July 2009. Oh, it's so long ago, it must be outdated. No, some things like sales processes and that don't get outdated. This was truly life-changing when I first read this. Recommended to me by a co-founder. I've got it on the other screen here. It is such an amazing article about how folks who have to create things, programmers and artists and designers and that, think differently and organize their time differently than a manager who is dividing it up into hourly segments and going and meeting people. And so if you try and meet for coffee with me on a maker day, you're going to mess my day up, right? So, and I may not even try to start some deep work. Right? If I know even there's a 15-minute interruption there or something like that, right? The whole morning's shot now. So read that article if you get a chance and haven't run into it before. It will change your perspective on things. So some of the deep work that we've been doing at Cold Start Tech, we do a few different things. We've got a lot of talented data scientists and marketing guys and open source intelligence and agents, and we're doing some small business fraud detection. And if you think maybe there might be some fraud going on here, and your business is under 100 people, come talk to us. If it's over 100 people, you can talk to me anyway. I will send you along to a trusted partner that takes care of those larger businesses, or if you're a government agency as well, I would send them along. If you're a smaller business and you think, hey, something is not on the up and up here, we've got some great machine learning tools and data scientists, and we will find out. Now, the key is if you want to get involved with us in that capacity, you've got to be tough. You've got to be tough. I cannot accept somebody as a client who I would hand the information to and say, look, this is what's happening, and you go, well, I don't want to have conflict. You maybe would be shocked at how often CEOs, founders, and that want to avoid conflict. So you got to be tough if you want to work with us. All right, let's finish up. If you're in the CubeSat manufacturing field, that there is a shift going on in this industry. You may not have known what to call it or the words to put to it. What is happening is a shift from a job shop mentality, onesie twosies, to a more automotive style continuous manufacturing process. And frankly, the engineers need help with that. More engineers are not going to solve the problem. A redesign of everything and the whole system is not what's needed. Okay, you need process improvement. So come talk to us for that if that's the situation that you find yourself in. I'm Jason Canigan, and I will talk to you tomorrow.